Gary from Epoxy Flooring Co. And I'm at Doonan today in Queensland, Australia, where we live and work. Every now and again, you come across a job and common sense sort of screams at you to walk away from it because it's a nightmare. I think today we have a great example of one of those jobs. We're trying to get it all finished for 3 p.m. So that's 8 hours start to finish. Our first job is we've got one of our big machines out. We use Schwamborn and Husqvarna machines. So we've grabbed a 450 machine, which is big. We can put lots of weight on it. And we use that just to go across the floor for the first sweep to see what we can do to achieve a degree of level. About 2 hours in now. Our job when we do these sort of installations is 98% preparation. We spend hours and hours and hours every day doing a coating, and then you'll see later on the video when we actually put down the epoxy and the flakes. Because of the speed with which the product cures, we really have about generally 15 to 20 minutes to get the job done. I have done a first run of patching some of the ground. The time is 11:45. Prep is done. It's come up pretty well though. We were kind of aiming for about 11:30, so we're pretty close. It's come up pretty well. This was the area where we were first up. We had all those chopper marks there. When there's inconsistencies or imperfections in the slab and it's a little bit wonky, like this old girl, the flakes are going to help hide that. We're three and a bit hours away from wanting to get this thing done so that we can beat these storms that are heading our way at a rate of knots. Okay, so we have just got the flakes down. This particular epoxy takes about 90 minutes before it'll go off. So we'll come back, start working on the top coat. Okay, it is 3:08 p.m. and we've just finished. Oh my God, I'm dying of heat exhaustion. We ended up putting an epoxy to you product, a polyaspartic RC, on the top coat. It is a gloss top coat, and gloss tends to show all of the little imperfections in the slab, but we think in this case that we'll get away with it. And the RC will allow us to close this garage door down, put a bit of plastic on it, 30 minutes, all the rain in the world can hit it and it should be fine. The cracks along the middle are not perfect, but they look 1,000% better than they did this morning. This was the area where we had that large hole, and that's disappeared. This was my large lip this morning, all coated now and has come up a treat. It still looks like an old shed that's got an epoxy coating on it, but it's a lot cleaner. It's going to be a dream to maintain. It will protect the concrete now. This no longer is a trip hazard. That's come up really well. We've applied some aluminium oxide as a slip resistance coating in certain areas at the client specification. So I think all in all, that's mission accomplished. We did it in just a smidge over 8 hours. I can see the client walking from the distance to come and do his final inspection, but we're pretty happy with it. So I look forward to seeing you on the next one.